Hey guys, welcome back. Andrew here with Ambient Endeavors. And I feel like I can't even go a day without hearing the words inflation or tariffs or hearing about how prices just continue to go up on the goods that we're buying. Kind of got me thinking of a period in time, maybe 5, 6, 7 years ago, where I feel like you could go into a guitar shop and find a small selection of really solid gig ready 15 to 30 watt tube amp combos and walk out the door for somewhere around $500 or $600 with that amp. So it's just kind of a curious exercise. I thought I'd take the first few amps in that category that came to mind and look up their current prices online this morning. And maybe you're thinking of some of those amps as well. We're talking this category of 15 to 30, maybe 40 watts, 1x12 tube combos produced by some of the bigger brands overseas. And I was honestly shocked at what I saw. The prices on these amps ranged from $999 up to the $1,300 or even $1,400 range. And to me, it was just kind of confirmation that this is a real thing that we're experiencing as guitarists and as musicians, as just people, that prices have continued to increase for a number of different reasons and from a number of different factors. But there's a builder who thinks he's found the cure to these rising amp prices. It's Marla Amps, and he's got a brand new amp out called the Charlie Barker that's available exclusively through reverb.com. And we're going to check it out today. So the Marla Amps ethos is really to build the best quality, best sounding amp for the lowest price. And he has done that by kind of stripping out all the excesses and all the superfluous kind of details of tube amps and just left the bare critical essentials, really maximized the quality of the parts and the components he puts into his amps, and try to keep labor costs low by keeping the circuits and the designs as simple as possible. These amps are hand wired. They're made in the USA. A lot of the parts, if not all of them, are sourced from the USA here too, through some great partnerships with manufacturers. And it's just a really cool story and a really cool splash into this amp market at this current point in time where everyone's just kind of struggling to find an affordable option. Something that's not going to break the bank, but something that's also going to stand up to the rigors of gigs and tours, that's going to be reliable, and that's just going to sound great. So let's get into the Charlie Barker, the newest combo from Marla Amps. Again, it's available exclusively through reverb.com. So if you're shopping for a new amp, if you're interested in this model, please hit the affiliate link below to check out the amp and to buy one through Reverb. And it also helps support the channel a little bit too. The Charlie Barker is a 40 watt all tube combo powered by two 6L6 tubes. You've got a pair of 12AX7 preamp tubes and a tube rectifier. It's available in a 1x12 combo that's really pretty lightweight and portable, as well as a head option. And this is kind of seen as the big brother of the S series of amps from Marla Amps. You have two distinct channels on the Charlie Barker. Channel 1 has a more extended low end, a big round bass response. It draws some circuit cues from the Marshall Super Bass and just has that big, bold, low end feel. Channel 2 gives you a more traditional, more classic, powerful, clean signal, a lot of headroom there too. And there's also a tone control tied to channel 2 that allows you a pretty wide range of tone and EQ shaping for that circuit. The other cool thing about the Charlie Barker is you get boost functions on both of the channels, so you can kind of nudge the preamp a little bit, give a little bit more power, a little bit more texture there. And then you also have a bright switch on the third toggle that affects channel 1. So while you don't have a tone control for channel 1, you can introduce a little bit more top end presence and brightness to that channel with that third toggle there. The combo is equipped with a Mojo Tone Anthem 50 watt ceramic speaker that really kind of brings out that powerful clean sound, the high headroom, it preserves some of that throughout. And so this is just a fantastic amp if you're looking for those powerful clean sounds, if you want kind of the feel of some of those higher powered Fender amps like a Twin, to give you a nice platform to throw some pedals or some gain at, but to really preserve that clean sound and those bold, clean, powerful, high headroom tones. We're going to hear some of those sounds now with both a single coil guitar and a humbucker guitar to just kind of hear the difference in flavor and tonality of both. and experience some of those powerful clean sounds. We're miking the amp up with a Warm Audio Fentone ribbon mic going into a WA273 preamp and onto the DAW. Let's check it out. Where I think this amp really excels is as a high headroom, clean pedal platform amp. Marla kind of designs his amps to be for the modern player who he kind of assumes is going to throw a pedal board of pedals in front of it to kind of create their own signature sound by doing the tweaking on their pedal board. And so I think the Charlie Barker does a really great job at taking kind of whatever you throw at it and maximizing that and just allowing you to tailor your sound with pedals and with other effects into a really solid platform of an amp. We're going to showcase some of those sounds now with some of my favorite pedals here. We've got an Origin Effects Cali 76 compressor at the front of the chain going into a Chase Bliss Brothers AM for some overdrive, a Line 6 HX1 for some modulation and other effects there, Strymon Dig the Walrus Loom for some kind of fun ambient sounds, and then Strymon Flint V2 for our reverb sounds. If you're in the market for any of those pedals, or if you're kind of shopping for some pedals to fill out your board or to kind of accentuate the amp here, hit the affiliate links below too. I've got links to each of these pedals that I'm using in the video below, and you can find them on Reverb too. Let's check out some sounds. One other cool thing about the Charlie Barker is that you can actually jumper the two channels to find some more unique and kind of nuanced tones by shaping the EQ and kind of blending the two voices of the two channels to your taste. We're going to do that now and just kind of experiment with how you can blend those two channels and their distinct voices together, incorporating the tone control on channel 2 there, and just kind of find some more refined and more kind of nuanced sounds with both channels. Let's check it out. So that's the Charlie Barker. It's the new all-tube 40-watt amp from Marla Amps. A lot of really powerful, bold, clean sounds in this amp, a lot of headroom, and a lot of possibilities for pairing with effects or with any number of instruments that you want to throw at it. It's available exclusively through reverb.com, so hit the link below to get more information on that and to order one through Reverb. Thanks for watching the video. Drop any questions or comments you've got below, and we'll chat about that, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.